Hello there, girls of the world. Are you still wondering or feeling pissed or sad that, people around you aren't giving you attention because, you're expecting it? We live in a world in which, the feminine, and I'm not talking about the energy, right? Feminine energy is found in uh, men and women alike, but I'm speaking about the feminine as, the physical body of the feminine. It can only be perceived, in this society as, an object of sexual worship, right? But worship means something impulsive, right? It's an impulse, right, to worship others for attention or to feel worshipped, right? And obviously, since girls love cuddling and love sensuality and taking care, being taken care as well, right? Hair plays and such, right? All about sensuality. It's always logical that to them it's gonna be far more important, right? So they might actually end up more expecting others to give them attention, right? After all, women are also the emotional side. Mm, Kind of in most cases, because they're also emotional men, but you know, obviously, women are more in tune with nature, they're more in tune with their emotional side, right? Not that men aren't, but usually men tend to be a bit more mind based, right? They tend to be more cerebral. The problem with this society is that, well, it kind of tends to be too cerebral, right? It's tending to live too much in wounded masculine energy because when you want control and dominion, that's wounded masculine energy. Wounded feminine energy is still in a way about control, but it's more about deceit, lying, concealment, right? Because the woman usually, well, not the woman, feminine energy is not about, straightforward aspects, right? It's not about straightforward aspects, right? Just like men. Men is always straightforward in your face, and well, that's kind of it, right? Feminine is always about testing, right? It's always about mystery. It always wants to twist your mind. It always wants to, behave in this way and that way. So, are you living in a world in which you're feeling that people aren't giving you the attention you need, and well, worse than that, you're expecting that? Well, this might come as a problem in a way because expectation is, how to put it, it is the precipice of disappointment, right? There's nothing important about that, right? So ultimately, one thing to understand is this: don't perceive your physical body as just being a sexual aspect and that's it, right? Because ultimately so many people are gonna do this, right? So many people are gonna regard your physicality as just something to fuck and that's it, right? They're not gonna care much about your emotions or feelings, and we live in a world so fake that the truth scares people, right? So obviously people want a quick fuck usually, and they will run away from a relationship because they can't stand depths of perception, right? The depths of feelings will feel uneasy for them, right? Will be unpleasant, right? Will always be uh, scary, right? Because, well, most people are shallow, many people are shallow, and well, that's how things are, right? You have to take that into account, you have to take that into care, and well, go on, right? Not everyone is here to represent you, not everyone here is gonna like you, right? The first point is you have to like who you are, okay? Not yourself. Yourself is just an accumulation. And the point is, if you don't feel good in your own body, right? If you don't feel good in your own body, you're not gonna create pleasant sensations, right? When you're not gonna create pleasant sensations, you're gonna attract people who feel the same, right? And if you have other people who don't feel pleasant, well, there's gonna be more of you, right? And you don't want to stand in that vibration, right? You want people who feel pleasant and who can teach you how to feel pleasant in your own skin. Not necessarily by sexuality, because the body has its own needs, yes, they don't have to be ignored, but you know, physical existence isn't just about sexuality, right? Don't forget that this body is a machine that allows you to feel certain things through itself and beyond itself, right? So the point is, learn who you are truly, right? Because beyond your personality lies the reality that, well, your personality is just, taken from this way, that way, right? It's always an external source, right? Your external source is, what fed your ego, right? What fed your knowledge, what fed your even your wisdom, right? You did things and you experienced things and you gain experience. You learn things. Everything that you learned is from an external source, right? Even creation, right, is an external source because divine inspiration still comes from somewhat of an external source, right? So the point is, don't view your body as a problem, okay? Because your body most likely doesn't have any problem, right? You're just a prisoner of your own mind. The moment someone believes they have a problem, most likely they have it, but the problem is they have it in their own mind in many cases, right? The problem is, many people don't like themselves, but it's much easier to point the blame on others. So obviously, if some people see themselves as ugly, they will also choose not to like you, right? And there's something perverted about this, because when you choose not to like someone, it's a bit worse than when you, let's say, naturally kind of don't like someone, right? When you don't like someone naturally, most likely you do it because of more subtler aspects, right? You don't like their energies, maybe. You don't like how they make you feel, right? It's not something straightly physical, right? You just don't like the girl that, I don't know, she doesn't have breasts big enough or a big enough ass or whatever, right? The point is, this can be taken into an hour-long, class if people want, but I want to keep this video short. So this is the point, right? This is the simple point. Don't view the problem as it being within you, right? Many people have their own problems and you don't have to lower yourself to other people's problems as well. This doesn't mean that you have to be ignorant to them. You just have to live life, right? You just have to live life and accept things the way they are, right? You have been created in a perfect way. You don't need more necessarily, right? And well, you can create changes to your physical body, but they will all come at a certain price. And I'm not speaking about money only, right? If you perform changes on your physical body, they're all gonna take their own toll upon them, right? Upon your physical body. So all this being said, hopefully you've enjoyed this little video. Just remember, the problem is rarely in your case. The point is, you have been born perfect, right? So take care of your physical body the way it is, because it's always gonna be your only friend. People come and people go in this life, right? Your parents come, your parents may go, they may throw you out of their house, they may never want to hear from you. Who the heck cares, right? It's just people. You have to be, thankful for your parents for allowing you to experience these things, but ultimately you don't owe anyone anything, and well, also no one owes you anything, right? And also, people come and people go, right? If some people or most people even have a bad sensation about you, why wouldn't you be the first one to actually have a better opinion, right? People will tell you that your opinion simply never matters. Well, that is because everyone has been taught to feel irrelevant, right? Your opinion never matters only when you're sick, right? When you're some kind of narcissistic fuck. But when you want to do something in the world, you need a strong sensation, right? You need a strong feeling, right? You need to feel good in your own skin. You need to feel confident, right? Because you need, to take care of your own self and your own needs, right? Because, well, always trust your talents, not your physicality and the such. The physical body will warn you when it is pained, your emotional body will warn you when there is pain or suffering, and your mental body as well, right? Why not trust these instead? Why place your attention on all sorts of aspects, right? Like people calling you ugly or not good enough, right? Those are their insecurities, those are their pains. You don't have to share them either, right? If some people choose to be hurt, well, when something happens, you can also choose to be wiser. That's always your choice. And there is no other choice, right? You can either choose to spend time with lies and embrace misery and suffering and get hurt, or you can choose to join the side of the truth and, well, that of who you are, right? And trust your talents, improve your talents, because ultimately people will leave you. Things will fall probably around you, but your talents will always be there, right? All this being said, you are appreciated. Take care. Ferenc Board signing out.